Hello everybody and welcome to the 7th show of Walter in the Box. Yes, I'm Walter and I'm in this box. I don't think outside the box, I think inside the box because that's where my brain is. For this 7th show, I will discuss and analyze a topic that doesn't get much attention these days because of cheap oil and gas caused by a worldwide glut. First, let's review some history and list the problems with the current glut and what was previously called an energy crisis. All through the 1970s, 80s, 90s, and then the first 15 years or so of the 21st century, oil and natural gas were becoming more expensive due to rising prices caused by reduced supply and ever-increasing demand. Not only was this a burden economically, but environmentalists were upset with the ever-increasing use of these fuels were causing excess carbon pollution. Starting around 2015, shale oil from the USA began flooding the world market, thus increasing supply, which eventually reduced prices. Use of these fossil fuels then ramped up along with the resulting carbon pollution, which then upset the environmentalists. Finally, in March of 2020, demand collapsed because of the China virus. The economy began suffering for reasons unrelated to oil and gas, and the carbon pollution was reduced. This resulted in the loss of attention to the energy crisis and the solutions needed to solve the world's energy needs. So why am I explaining this history? It's because I know that the current situation is temporary, and the problems caused by another future energy crisis will definitely happen again. Fortunately for the world, I know what needs to be done. Unfortunately, the solution is extremely difficult to solve, and the brightest minds in the world and the people with the resources needed to solve the problem don't seem to think that solving the energy crisis is important enough to save the planet from carbon pollution and also supply everyone in the world with an endless supply of cheap energy. So what solution am I talking about? Hydrogen-powered fuel cells, of course. Let's look at the big picture here. We have billionaires that want to go to Mars. We have billionaires that want to make electric cars and video games without thinking of where the electricity will come from to charge them. And we have billionaires throwing piles of cash at questionable social and political organizations. The world has billions of people. Surely, somewhere, there must be someone out there that can figure out how to make a fuel cell that is smaller than a dishwasher but can provide electricity and heat for the average house in an economical way. There would be no need for electric power plants, no need for electric wires on the street, and no carbon pollution problems. Imagine seeing this in the future. Why doesn't anyone get this? Duh! This is so obvious, it makes my head spin. Ugh. That concludes show number 7 of Walter in the Box. To prevent missing a show, visit Walter in the Box on YouTube.